Hello everyone, Darkside Phil here, and as you can see, we're trying to get into the Rainbow Six Siege beta, which I received the code for on the PlayStation 4 thanks to a few different viewers, so thank you to those who did give me the codes. Unfortunately, as you can see, it's not working out too well. We are just sitting here waiting. It's now been about 20 minutes, and we haven't gotten it. Actually, 15 minutes, and we haven't gotten into anything yet, but I was warned about this. I was warned that this beta has a lot of issues. Alright? So what I'm doing is I'm doing Q&A with the stream chat and answering some questions, and I figured I would record this for YouTube since some people might just want to see some fun videos of me, doing some Q&A versus me just sitting here doing nothing and putting out nothing for today. Okay? So here we go. I'm gonna restart this, but as I do, there was a question in the stream chat. Someone asked me, even though obviously I haven't played it yet, what do I think about Fallout 4? Do I think it could be a Game of the Year contender for me? I mean, obviously, let's be honest. Fallout is one of my favorite game series of the last console generation. Between Fallout 3 and Fallout New Vegas, I mean, those were outstanding games. And I obviously am very much looking forward to Fallout 4. Obviously, I love the new stuff they add. Let me put it this way. All the stuff I saw at E3, the new customization, being able to call in these helicarriers, all this new stuff that I saw during E3's coverage looks amazing. That doesn't necessarily mean it's going to translate into a great game, you know? And as much of a fan that I am of the Fallout series, I don't want to get my hopes up and then play the game and be like, man, it really didn't live up to the potential and the hype that I put behind it. So, am I looking forward to it? Yes. But I'm also not going to getting ahead of myself and saying, yeah, it's Game of the Year. No, you know, we'll see when we play it. But I'm excited for it. I'm definitely excited for it. And I think, I'm going to guess. I could be wrong. I'm going to assume that it's probably going to be my best playthrough of the year. Because, you know, I love those open world exploration games. People love the commentary. It's going to be fresh. I've never played it before. I'm probably going to get lost and fuck certain things up. And, you know, I think people want to see... A lot of people said the reason that we know Darkside Phil is that Fallout 3 playthrough he did so many years ago. I think that it's going to be an awesome event. It's going to be like... Every day I'm going to get up like, I get to play Fallout 4 today. And I get to jump on stream and people are going to be excited to watch me play. I love that feeling. I love that feeling of excitement behind something, you know, like a big event feel. And that's what I'm getting around Fallout 4. Like, I really think it's going to be great. So, alrighty then. Someone says, Da Rose asks, have I considered doing a series where I play shitty games while drunk? Well, the thing is, as you guys and gals know, I have a streaming schedule, right? And except for, like, special midnight releases, I usually stream around, you know, 1 p.m.-ish my time for around 3 to 4 hours, and I have dinner. And then after dinner, I stream for another two hours or so. And that's, like, normal hours. The thing is, for me to be drinking at that time, I'd be, like, drunk during the day, which is so bizarre. For me, drinking is a nighttime thing. It always has been. I would never... It's rare when I would have, like, drinks during the day. For me, it's like, you go out to a bar or a restaurant, you have a drink. You're at home and you're with a few people, you have a drink and you relax. That's how it's been for me. I've never had, like, oh, it's midday, time for a drink. And, I mean, I'm not saying there's anything wrong with that, but for me, it's kind of bizarre. So if I were to do a actual series where it was, like, filled drinks, it would have to be something that I schedule special, so that's at least at night, so if I drink, I can, like, go to sleep afterward. But in addition to that, I don't drink as much as I used to, you know, because I had some health issues earlier this year. I still drink, I just don't drink nearly as much, and so if I were to do it, it would have to be maybe more of a weekly thing than something that I couldn't do it daily, you know what I mean? So there you have it. Cajun is asking, I'm addressing people in the stream chat, by the way. Cajun is asking, am I looking forward to Black Ops 3, the campaign or the multiplayer, or not really? I mean, yeah. If you don't know, this year Black Ops is being made by, or I should say Call of Duty is being made by Treyarch. Treyarch is the company that made the Black Ops series and World at War. And I'll be honest, those are some of my favorite installments. Outside of, I'd say, probably Modern Warfare 1 and 2, those are my favorite installments. The Black Ops installments have always been great. Great campaign, fun, and then awesome zombies gameplay. And the fact that the campaign this year is co-op is freaking awesome. I've been talking with my friend Nestor. Coruchado is what he goes by when we do co-op. And he's a big fan. We're like, wow, we are really excited this year for the Call of Duty stuff. We're going to do several days of it probably. Where every day for a few days we'll be playing co-op. And I'll also be doing the multiplayer. It's going to be exciting. I'm really looking forward to it. I see a few people are asking me about what do I think about Tony Hawk, which I'll be playing this week. The new Tony Hawk Pro Skater 5 or whatever the fuck it's called. I mean, I really don't have an opinion on it because I haven't played a Tony Hawk game since part 1 and 2 in the 1990s. That's how old that game series is. The fact that they're bringing it back is just so bizarre to me. You know what I mean? It's so bizarre that after such a long downtime, they would bring it back out of nowhere. It's not like, you know, skateboarding has suddenly grown in popularity. If anything, it's actually reduced in popularity greatly. And I'm wondering why the hell this year they brought it back. If anything, the reason I'm playing Tony Hawk, number one, is for variety, because it's so different than anything that's come out recently. And number two, because, let's face it, it's so bizarre. It's such an oddity. I have to check out this oddity. Why does it exist? Why does it exist? So bizarre. So that's why I'm trying it out. Yeah, Tony Hawk is 47 years old. I'm sure he's skating on a daily basis. Oh, man. Chocolate Rampage asks, has I ever played any of the Star Wars Battlefront games? And previous to him, someone else who has now scrolled off the stream chat asked me, am I a fan of Star Wars? First of all, yes. I am a fan of Star Wars. I really like the original trilogy, except for parts of Return of the Jedi that are just silly. But I do like the original trilogy of Star Wars. The second trilogy is terrible, the prequel trilogy. Everyone knows that. But I still think there's moments in Clone Wars, what is it, Attack of the Clones, and Revenge of the Sith that are pretty good, even though some of them are absolutely god-awful. And with the new movies coming out, I mean, it's the perfect time for a new Star Wars game, but I don't know. I'll reserve my judgment on the new movies till I see them. Let's put it that way. But I played both Battlefront 1 and 2, and I loved them. I loved Star Wars Battlefront 1 and 2, man. Like, they were so much effing fun and so addictive. Those games you could jump in, and you're like, I don't even know what this is. And then 7 hours later, you finally sit up, you're like, what the fuck just happened? That's how good those games were. I mean, I'm very skeptical with all the negative press that the Battlefront game has gotten this year, because they're saying there's way less stages, way less characters, way less content in the game than was in Battlefront 1 and 2, and it seems like it's because they want to do a DLC model where they have only a little content at launch, you get hooked, and then, you know, a couple months later, for $20 more, buy some more stuff. So I think we'll see. Again, it's something I don't like predicting or getting fanboy hyped over stuff. I don't, because so many games in the past few years, right, look good, and then they really fucking disappoint us. So I don't want to go like, oh my god, I'm so excited, and, you know, and then the game sucks. But I am excited to try it. I don't know if it's going to be great, but I am excited to play it, you know. Wow, we are having zero luck. We can't even, not only can't we create a squad, we can't even, look at this, we can't even get to a menu where we could possibly even look at options. Jesus. This is bad, man. Well, let's close it. Let's try to reboot it again here. Sazzy says, am I going to be doing anything special for Fallout 4, like a skit or midnight release extravaganza? A lot of people got to know me for my Fallout vids, and that would be sweet. Well, let me put it this way. At the very least, I'm going to be playing it whenever it's released. If it's a midnight, if it's 9 p.m. my time, whatever time it's available, yes, I am going to be doing a special late night special, and I'm planning on doing kind of a marathon of it for a day or two. Because I just know I'm going to be so fucking inundated, so immersed, is what I meant to say, in the universe of Fallout 4 that I'm going to want to play this game for, like, days on end. And it's a shame because I know that Rise of the Tomb Raider comes out that week, and I will be playing that, but it's going to have to wait. I mean, it's going to have to wait at least a day or two because I'm going to want to play Fallout like crazy. I just know it, you know? But that being said, I mean, anything special? I don't know. We'll see. I'll see how things are going. It's really going to depend on how much free time do I have. You know, how can I do a special for it when I don't know what I'll be doing? I might be busy with so many other releases. Just let me put some perspective here. 2 weeks before that game comes out, Assassin's Creed Syndicate, Halo 5, and WWE 2K16 come out. Later that week, Call of Duty Black Ops 3 comes out. So, we're talking 4 humongous fucking releases. 2 weeks before, you know, the 2 weeks before Fallout 4. I don't even know how far I'll be in those games by that time, so I guess we'll find out. Cool Guy says, what is my favorite restaurant in Seattle? See, here's the thing. We haven't actually been to the city, heavy urban portion of Seattle more than just a few times. We went there, when we first visited Seattle was April of 2014, when we were house hunting. We were there for a few days. And then, last year, we actually went into Seattle for Leanna's birthday. And then earlier this year, in February, we had like a mini staycation where we went into Seattle for a couple of days. And we really, quite honestly, you know, still, even living here, have only seen it a few times and certainly have not done everything there. If anything, we've done a few of the big touristy things, like we did a Space Needle and stuff like that. But we didn't do any of the, you know, we haven't said, oh, let's do a foodies tour of Seattle or anything like that. We haven't, and quite honestly, with my work schedule, my lifestyle, we don't have the free time to really do that. Not to say that we won't. I mean, we live here now. It makes sense that every once in a while, once or twice a year, we'll go into Seattle and we'll check it out. In fact, I actually said this on the pre-stream today. We're planning by the end of the year, because we did not get to go into Seattle this year for Leanna's birthday because I was sick. We're planning around Christmas time to possibly head into Seattle and maybe for a couple days spend there, see what kind of holiday-related stuff they have going on in there. But anyway, I digress. The question was about food, and honestly, I mean, the best food we've had is seafood. We went to a few different seafood restaurants down near the Pike's Place Market that were just really good. And those have been outstanding. We're looking for good places in the city, too. But, you know, like I said, we really haven't had... It's funny, we moved here and we haven't really had a chance. See, it's funny, we moved here, we spent all our money to move, so I don't really have a lot of money to go out and do the kind of stuff that we used to do before I moved. You know, all that money was blown, and now I'm in debt trying to pay off the move, so... Jeez. Now, of course, there's a ton of people asking questions in the stream chat, so let me see if I can narrow down a few here. Am I going to play Transformers Devastation? Yeah, I already said I was. I'm very excited for that one, too. First of all, Platinum Games, who, if you don't know, are the makers of Bayonetta, as well as they made Metal Gear Rising: Revengeance a few years back. They make those over-the-top style combat games, right? And they're doing it. They're making this Transformers Devastation game. And we're very excited. I'm very excited. I love the G1 Transformers. That's what I grew up with. I hate to say it, but I really think that the fucking Michael Bay movies have ruined the franchise at this point, which is a shame, because the Transformers at its core is a really good storyline, and then Michael Bay just ran it to the fucking ground. And whoever still goes to see those movies in the theaters, God help ya. The first one I thought was watchable, and then after that it was just like, I wanted to vomit. And, you know, but I'm excited for the game. I'm going to be playing it. That's one of the big releases coming out next week, actually. Next week, there's that. There's the Metal Gear Solid Online, and I believe, I could be wrong here, but I think that the first episode of that new Minecraft episodic game from Telltale Games might be coming out next week, too. Those are my focus for next week. Well, we are not really having too much luck here. At all. I guess I'll back out and try again. I don't think we're going to be able to play this beta today. This is a shame. Well, I guess we're going to have an extended Q&A session, because I have nothing else on the docket to play. You know, I'm not going to go play freaking random shit, so I guess we're just going to keep trying. I'll keep answering questions. Alright.